one of the most recognizable faces of our age. Osama bin Laden inspired a generation of Islamic radicals. You wouldn't guess it from this early family snapshot. Relaxed, smiling, a typical teenager. No sign of what he would become. A Saudi national, Osama bin Laden became increasingly disenchanted with what he viewed as the greed of the ruling Saudi royal family. It was in Afghanistan that he found a cause, fighting with the Mujahideen to drive out Soviet forces. Ironic now to think that the Mujahideen was supported by the CIA. By now, bin Laden's opposition to America had already taken root. From his base in Afghanistan, Osama bin Laden developed a network, providing training and guidance for the foot soldiers who turned his jihadist ideology into action. Al-Qaeda. In 1998, Osama bin Laden gave this interview to the American network ABC.
We believe that the worst thieves in the world today and the worst terrorists are the Americans. Nothing could stop them except perhaps retaliation in kind. We don't have to differentiate between military or civilian. As far as we are concerned, they are all targets. And this is what the fatwa says.
He meant every word. Al-Qaeda was blamed for bomb attacks in East Africa and against a US warship in Yemen. But it was this that changed everything. 9/11. 3,000 people killed in a carefully planned and coordinated attack on American soil. Osama bin Laden officially became top of America's hit list.
I want justice. And there's an old poster out west, as I recall, that said, "Wanted, dead or alive."
The so-called War on Terror was born. The caves where bin Laden was thought to be hiding were pounded relentlessly. But he survived. And from his hiding place, Osama bin Laden still managed to communicate to the world via tapes sent to Arabic television stations. This from 2004, just before the US presidential election. American people, he says, my talk to you is about the best way to avoid another Manhattan, about the war and its causes. The underlying message was much simpler than that. A taunt to America and its coalition partners. I'm still here. And after 9/11, other attacks, inspired by bin Laden's ideology, followed. Bali, Madrid, and London. The war in Iraq now providing a new focus for the jihadist cause. Analysts caution that Osama bin Laden's demise does not signal the end of the war on terror. Around the world, Islamic extremist groups have spread, inspired by but not necessarily directly connected to Al-Qaeda. And that, perhaps, is Osama bin Laden's enduring legacy. Osama bin Laden may be dead, but his ideas are not. Rachel Harvey, BBC News.